Hello, Leo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I'm going to be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of April 2020. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying well. For the readings this month, I'm going to be using my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. For clarifiers, I will use my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And then I will end your reading, Leo, with a Chakra Oracle card. So I just want to make sure we are okay. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. Also, you will notice that I do read jumper cards, meaning that sometimes when I shuffle, you will literally see a card fly out of the deck or flip over. Those are the cards that I choose to read because I do believe that they are communicating something specific. So that is something that I do pay attention to. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and get started. So what do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2020? All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, Leo. Now, as we move into that first week of April, I want you to know that you don't have all the answers just yet, okay? There's something that it's like you don't have enough information. And I say that because the first card that came out is this moon card here. Now, the moon card is about things being hidden, things unseen, information unknown. So I just want to say that as we move into that first week of April, Leo, you are going to feel a little lost. And I think that is kind of normal considering what we're all going through right now. So don't feel like it's just you. Just know that all of us are kind of in this space of unknown and uncertainty. Also, we have the Eight of Cups reverse. We also have the Hangman upright, Queen of Pentacles upright, Four of Swords in reverse, and then we've got the Three of Cups in the upright position. The first week of April, like I said, you're going to feel a little uncertain, but again, I think you're going to be okay because as we look at the other cards here, you are going to see that there's going to be some changes and you are going to make decisions despite not having all the information you may think that you need at this time. The Eight of Cups in the reverse means that you have decided to kind of stay put for a while. You're not making any major changes. You're not going to let anything go, but you're also not, real quick to bring new things on. I apologize for my dog barking in the background. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But like I said, you're not really in the position to kind of bring new stuff into your space right now. You're just being very, very kind of stable and like I said, you're just not doing too much right now, and that's okay. And I say that because we have the Hangman too. The Hangman is all about sometimes feeling stuck or sometimes not knowing which way to turn. So you may be feeling a little overwhelmed, especially as it relates to finances and money. Also too, the Hangman is really just about, like I said, not taking action. Sometimes just kind of staying put, seeing how things play out, seeing how things kind of turn, either, one direction or another, and really just kind of observing, really being in that position of the observer and not necessarily being an action taker right now. But we do have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very smart with her money. This energy is all about making the right decisions, kind of setting herself up, financially, not only now, but also in the future, where things will pay off for her because she has been very, very diligent about budgeting, saving, investing. Also, too, it's someone who is not afraid to kind of be very discerning and also not being afraid to kind of hold back and not feeling pressured to buy something or spend money, give money, donate. Not that you are being, I don't want to say that you're being greedy because that's not the case at all. But at the same time, just because you have money right now doesn't mean you have to spend it. And if you're feeling like you're in a position where you don't have money, you're not feeling like you can't receive it either. It's like you're just in a very, very protective state as it relates to your finances. And again, it makes total sense because of, where we are right now. We also have the Four of Swords in the reverse position. This means that you could be looking to take a step back. Maybe you haven't distanced yourself professionally just yet, but you are going to see that you are going to really kind of go into retreat mode. And I know we're all kind of going through the self-quarantine right now, but this is more of a professional type thing where you don't really look at your current work situation or your current business or your current profession as something that you want to kind of stick with for the long haul. You're kind of reevaluating which direction you want to go, if you even want to stay, in your current position, or if you really want to kind of take a chance and kind of do something different. Whatever the case may be, you're taking it all in and you're processing the information. Finally, we have the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups in the upright position means that there is going to be, could be a celebration of some sort. You'll feel that probably in that first week of April. If it's not a celebration, it could be too that you're going to just kind of connect with some people in a professional way that pays off and it serves you. Could be some coworkers, could be some colleagues, could be just like a group setting where you kind of work together and you kind of, really just support one another in your professional and business ventures. Also, too, it could be where you're in a group setting and there's a lot of collaboration, mentorship, could be apprenticeship. You're just around people who kind of want to help and you want to help them, and it's a very mutually beneficial thing. And you will be feeling that, if not experiencing that, roughly in that first week of April. All right, what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of April 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Leo? Wow, as we move into the second week, Leo, things are looking very, very good. So we have the Justice card, the World, the Three of Wands, King of Swords, all in the upright position. Then we have the Two of Wands, also in the reverse. The Justice card, decisions are being made in your favor, or decisions are being made that affect you in a positive way. So get ready for that. That's roughly in that second week of April, Leo. Also, we have the World card here. Now, the World card sometimes means travel. It can also mean things literally turning around in your favor in a very profound way. It's like the world totally shifts. Things start falling into place. Opportunities show up, the right people show up, the timing is right. It's like things just kind of come full circle for you. Now, roughly, this is going to be in that second week of April, and it's going to be a very good, prosperous time for you. And I say that because you've got decisions being made that affect you in a positive way. You've got the world, literally, things turning around and shifting in your favor, things coming, to completion. It's also something where you're feeling like you're in control, like you have exactly what you need when you need it in the way you need it, and it shows up. Now, this is a very, very positive card, and it's very exciting because I think you really need some of that positive energy. I mean, of course, we all do, but Leo, you've really been, things have been a long time coming for you. And I just want to say that things are shifting in your favor, and you are going to start seeing that as we move through the second week of April. We also have the Three of Wands here, where you're starting to contemplate exactly your future as it relates to work, business, investing, finances, money. You're really just starting to see that now you can kind of come up with your own ideas and your own creation of how you want things to look, how you want to make money, what do you want to do to serve others. You're starting to really evaluate again what's possible for you and what's available to you. You're really thinking about not only the short-term benefits, but you're also thinking about the long-term effects of what you're doing today. We have the King of Swords up next. The King of Swords is about someone who makes decisions to kind of let things go. There's certain things that are just not serving you, and you have no hesitation cutting things off, cutting loose from certain relationships. Also, too, it's about removing obstacles, and you figure out a way to do that in a way that is not so pressureful, I guess I could say. The King of Swords is about, making no excuses and really fixing problems and being a person who is proactive about something. And I feel like that's going to be the energy that you're in as we move through the middle of April, Leo. Finally, we have the Two of Wands here. Again, this is making a decision, but also deciding to hold off on a decision. When it shows up in the reverse, you are thinking about doing something that involves your work, your job, your career, your business. But like I said, you're really going to stay put. And I think we kind of saw that here with that Hangman. It's like you're considering many options, but you're not ready to necessarily jump just yet. You're going to kind of hold out and see what else shows up for you, because things are showing up for you. Like I said, especially in that second week of April, you're going to have things shifting energetically, but also physically. Things are going to be moving for you. There's going to be people showing up, opportunities showing up. And so you're not ready to make, a big decision just yet, but you are ready to kind of sit back and allow things to come to you as they will. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of April 2020, what do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. Seeing these here. All right, Leo. So as we move into that second half of April, just know that you're going to be getting news. You're going to be getting some information. You're going to be getting a message, positive message, especially as it relates to your money, your work, your career, your business. Good news is on the way, so get ready for that. It's probably going to be like an email, a digital message of some sort, but you definitely have something coming your way. Now, this could also be an offer showing up, probably the offer you were waiting for, and you just know that this has been something that you have been kind of setting up for. You've been kind of making, holding space for. You've been, kind of working towards this. So just know that you've got an offer coming, or you've got good news coming. And I'm not surprised, because this fell on that Justice card. And remember, the Justice card is a decision being made in your favor. Now, we also have that Two of Wands again. Remember, he was right here. You're still waiting. You may not be ready to necessarily pull the trigger on something, but you are, contemplating, like I said, reevaluating the situation from all angles. You're going to be in that, thinking phase probably for a good part of April is what I'm seeing. We also have the Six of Cups, which means something or someone from your past is showing up in a positive way. Someone that you used to work with, maybe someone from your family, maybe a friend, maybe a colleague. Someone or something is going to show up for you, and it's going to be a good reconnection. It's going to be something where someone from your past shows up, and maybe the timing of things weren't right back then, but now you have the time or you have the energy to kind of reconnect and maybe build something. I'm feeling like this is professional, but it doesn't mean it can't be personal either. So just know that something or someone from your past is definitely seeking you out, and a reconnection is probably going to happen in that second week or that second half of April. We have the Justice card again. Remember, we saw him here. Now this time the Justice card is in the reverse position. So this means, again, there's going to be some more decisions being made. These decisions, I don't want to say they're not going to work out for you, but they're probably going to be unexpected. You know, you definitely have things where decisions are being made that affect you in a positive way, but you also have some decisions being made that are going to kind of maybe pull back on some of the options that you have. It may give you a little less control in certain situations and certain circumstances, but don't feel that you still don't have options, because I do see the Seven of Cups is the next card. So just know that decisions are constantly being made and things are constantly changing. And this isn't anything you control. It's not anything you can fault. It's just kind of the way things are right now. Seven of Cups, you're going to have some opportunities show up. Some of them will excite you, some of them won't, you know. Some of them are going to be interesting and some of them are going to be downright boring and dull. Just know that you're never limited, you're never stuck, and you're never obligated to kind of pursue something that doesn't excite you. Just know that you can hold out for something that you want, even if it's not showing up at the present time. Finally, we have the Five of Wands here. You're not going to be communicating too much with people from work, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to see that, you know, there could be someone where the communication wasn't flowing. However, now, kind of in the situation that we're all in, you are going to be having conversations and discussions and maybe some communications back and forth, but it's going to be quite I want to say level, meaning there's not going to be any static, there's not going to be any negative or toxicity, but you are going to be communicating with people that you work with in a way that really demands less of you. In other words, you're not going to be putting a whole lot of energy or effort into defending yourself or arguing or going back and forth. It's just going to be very matter of fact, very cordial, and it's just going to be something that you have to kind of, you know, deal with, considering, like I said, a lot of us, our work situations have changed, and I don't know, I just see that as very neutral conversation, very neutral communication. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of April 2020, what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo? I want one more card for Leo, please. There we go. All right, Leo. So you've got some major cards here in this last row. As we move towards the end of April, again, you're going to see some big changes. Also, things are not going to happen as quickly as you would like them to, but that doesn't mean they're not happening at all. Wheel of Fortune reversed, Death card upright, High Priestess, Chariot, Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and also the Five of Cups, all in the reverse position. The Wheel of Fortune here is that things are going to start turning around, and they're going to feel a little unsettling at first, okay? Now we know things are working out for you as we move through that second week of April, because we had the World card show up. But towards the end of the month, just know more changes are on the horizon, and they're going to feel a little unsettling. They're going to feel a little bit confusing. You may not understand them, but you have to trust that it's changes for your greater good. And I say that because the Death card showed up right next to it. Now, the Death card is a major life transformation. Now, as it relates to your money, there's going to be something huge, probably as it relates to your money sources. Could be job, it could be a business, but something major is going to change for you as it relates to your work and to your money flow, and it's going to probably start showing up towards the end of April, so get ready. Now, we also have the High Priestess card in the reverse. This means that you may not be trusting yourself. You may not be trusting your own intuitive abilities, or you may be going against your gut feeling about something. Be careful with that, okay? Just be very, very careful, because Leo, you are a highly intuitive being. You are very spiritual. You are very, connected. So just be very careful that if you are not trusting your intuition, that could cause some unexpected surprises. Now, I want to say here, the Chariot card in the reverse, again, that means things are just kind of slowing down. Sometimes things are just stopping abruptly. But now, the interesting thing about the Chariot card in the reverse is that it means that something is being set forth in motion. Something is progressing. It may not be progressing either at the time frame that you want, or it may not be progressing in the way that you want, but it doesn't mean that things are not moving forward. So you're going to have to trust that things kind of happen in their own way and in their own time. And as long as you are committed, and as long as you are being true to you and doing what you can, you're going to be okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. This means you're going to be going off in your own direction anyway. You're not going to be partnering or doing collaborations. You're going to be working in your own way, and you're going to be working on your own thing. Now, the good thing about that is that you get to make all the decisions, but also sometimes the bad thing with that is that you have to make all the decisions. You know, it's like you're finding your way. You're kind of trying to figure this thing out, like we all are. And you're trying to determine what's going to be best for you. But I have to tell you that what's best for you, sometimes you don't know until you actually give something a try, or you actually go through the process of making a decision and seeing how things fit. Now, the good thing is I do see the Five of Cups here in the reverse. Now, this cup is about disappointment. And this is about feeling regret when it's in the upright. But because it's in the reverse, this means that you're actually confident in your decisions. You're actually feeling pretty good about how things are going. Now, not that you have everything you want and things are happening exactly as you intended, but at the same time, you're feeling pretty comfortable with the way things are going. You're feeling okay with how money is showing up for you, how work is showing up for you. And things may not be ideal or perfect, but you're okay with that because you can see, quote, the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see that things are going to, turn around and things are going to work out for you. You're very calm. You're very reassured about that. So overall, Leo, you do have a very full month of choices. You have a month of decisions showing up. You also have, some news and some positive information coming your way. You've got some reconnection, some big changes. You also have, things shifting in a powerful way that will help you and that will support you. So, Leo, April is going to be a very interesting month. April is also going to be a month where you kind of go through some growing pains. And I think that's kind of the underlying theme that I'm feeling here. And not that it's all painful and not that it's all, uncomfortable all the time. But just know that you're going to have some ups and downs throughout the month like we all do. But overall, it's definitely going to put you in a better position than where you are right now. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Chakra Oracle card. Oh, this is pretty. This is the Heart Chakra, and this one is Universal Love. So as we move into April, Leo, you may want to focus on your Heart Chakra, really get in touch with your feelings and your emotions, and kind of maybe do some inner work. Maybe some healing. Maybe there's some purging that needs to go on. Maybe there's some things that you need to release and kind of sort out. April is probably going to be a good month for you to do exactly that. All right, Leo, I hope this reading was helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, feel free to leave those down below. Also, if you are interested in a private reading, I will have that information linked in the description as well. All right, Leo, thank you so much for spending this time with me. We will definitely do it again next month.